Grace to you and peace from God our Father and the Lord Jesus Christ. Dear Christian friends, in many of the gospel readings during this time of the church here, and it's the case today in today's reading, Jesus teaches his followers about the life of discipleship that we Christians are called to live. And this is not an easy life, this life of following Christ. For one thing, the world will be against us. And so many of the gospel readings this summer will describe the opposition that we will get from the unbelieving world. And that opposition can be brutal, even deadly. But the amazing thing is, even though Jesus knows that people will treat us this way, indeed he tells us that they will treat us this way, even so he tells us to fear not. Yesterday, summer began. I have to tell you, we may be in for a long, hot summer. And I'm not talking about the weather, because generally it is sweltering in this part of the country during the summer. No, I'm talking about the heat that Jesus will describe in these gospel readings, the heat that you're going to get, and we Christians get from the world. Many of these readings will deal with the hot, adverse conditions that we Christians will face precisely for being Christians. For instance, next week you'll hear Jesus say, "Do not think that I have come to bring peace to the earth. I have not come to bring peace, but a sword. A person's enemies will be those of his own household. Whoever does not take his cross and follow me is not worthy of me." And then later this summer we'll hear Jesus say again, "If anyone would come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me." It's not going to be easy. These are not easy words. They sound discomforting. They sound disturbing. They sound downright dangerous. And the gospel for today is no different. It sets the tone. Here Jesus says, "Brother will deliver brother over to death, and the father his child, and children will rise against parents and have them put to death. And you will be hated by all for my name's sake." Jesus here is describing severe persecution. People will hand over their own family members to death because they belong to Christ. Do you think that Jesus is exaggerating? Well, think again. These words have literally come to pass many times over the centuries. Christians have been handed over and put to death, even by their own family members, because they have become Christians. The history of the church is written in the blood of the martyrs. And this persecution, this martyrdom, is still happening in our day, now more than ever. Particularly in Muslim lands, Christians are being murdered and massacred and martyred for the faith. In places like Sudan, Nigeria, Syria, Iran, and Iraq, our brothers and sisters in Christ are being disowned by their families, persecuted and imprisoned, dragged out by mobs, and put to death. It is a dangerous thing to be a Christian. In the past 10 years, more than 60,000 Christians in Nigeria have been massacred by Boko Haram and other Islamic terrorists. But you say, not here in America. And true, Christians are not being put to death here in our country, at least not yet. But opposition and hostility can take other forms, even if they're less severe. And so in our text today, Jesus says that Christians will be maligned and spoken evil of because we belong to him. He says, if they have called the master of the house Beelzebul, how much more will they malign those of his household? And about that term Beelzebul, that was a derogatory term that Jesus' enemies used against him, saying that he was in league with the devil. And if they said that about Jesus, the greatest and the most holy man who has ever lived, If they call Jesus a devil, think of what they will call us. The world is going to despise us and malign us and speak evil of us. And this sort of thing is happening now in our country. Officials in government, various politicians, figures in the media and education and the entertainment industry have been coming out against Christians because of our beliefs. They ridicule Christians. They say that we're on the wrong side of history. Well, so be it. We'll see who is right and who is wrong when the Lord of history returns. But for now, our culture as a whole has turned against the church in a big way. In the last 10 years, church attendance and church membership has dropped dramatically. America is no longer a friendly place for Christians to make their home, and it's likely to get worse. If you want to get a picture of the direction where America is headed, just look at Europe. Western Europe has become extremely secularized and is now post-Christian. It's hostile to any semblance of the historic faith. And that looks like the direction that we're headed in our country. So the world is against us. This is nothing new. Jesus told us that this would happen. Hostility, opposition, rejection, ridicule, persecution, even martyrdom. These things happened to the Christians back then. They've happened to Christians ever since then, throughout history. They're happening now, and they will continue to happen as long as we live in this world. But notice Jesus also says, have no fear of them. What? Are you kidding? What are you talking about, Jesus? Have no fear of them. Don't you know what they can do to us? They can ruin our reputation. They can make life very difficult for us. We could lose our job, we could lose our friends for being a Christian. Family members may turn against us. Don't you think it's better to keep quiet? Better to lay low and not disturb the status quo? Don't rock the boat, if you know what I mean. But then that Jesus fellow, he was quite a boat rocker, wasn't he? Look at where that got him. It took him to a cross. It got him killed. We don't want that. Of course, we don't want it. We're not seeking out martyrdom. Nobody likes to undergo suffering. We don't enjoy it. Even Jesus himself prayed that if there was any other way to accomplish his mission other than going to the cross, he would much prefer that. But there In Christ, you have a sure and certain hope. You have the sure hope of everlasting life, life that overcomes death. What can be greater than that? Nothing. This, dear friends, this is God's free gift to you, eternal life in Christ Jesus our Lord. Persecution pales in significance next to this great gift. Christ is assuring you today of God's love for you. Jesus says that he will confess you before his Father in heaven. That is really something. To have Jesus himself as your spokesman, as your advocate, speaking up for you before the throne of God, well, that's what Jesus says he's going to do. And it might sound something like this. Father, here is my follower, Bill or Debbie or Barb or Mike. I died for his sins. Her slate is clean. These are my disciples. They trusted in me for their salvation and not in themselves. Their faith showed itself in how they clung to me in the midst of adversity and how they trusted in the promises that I gave them. Their faith was bigger than their fear. Here, Father, let me present them to you now. Brothers and sisters, this is what Jesus is going to say about you before your Father in heaven. You cannot get a better spokesman than Jesus. So you do not have to be afraid of speaking about him. And there's more. Jesus assures us of the Father's own love for us. He says, "Are not two sparrows sold for a penny? And not one of them will fall to the ground apart from your Father. Fear not, therefore, you are of more value than many sparrows." Bird lives matter. Bird lives matter to God. If even the life of a seemingly insignificant little sparrow matters to your Father in heaven, how much more does your life matter to him? If bird lives matter, then your lives matter a whole lot more. Well, today is Father's Day, and even we faulty, fallible human fathers love our own children so very much. How much more, then, does your Heavenly Father love you? A whole lot. He loved you so much that he gave his only Son to die for you, to save you, so that you would not perish, but instead have everlasting life. Listen, your Father, your Heavenly Father, took you to be his child in holy baptism. You are precious to him. He is committed to you. Trust in him. Your Father loves you more than you can possibly imagine. And the proof of it is in the cross of Christ. If God loved you that much so that he sent his own Son to die for you, surely he will see you through all the troubles of this life. Dear friends, today Christians all around the world are suffering. They're being hated and persecuted by the enemies of Christ. And yet our Lord says to us today, have no fear of them. Why? Because your Heavenly Father will strengthen you and see you through the long, hot summer of the world's hostility. So Jesus says, have no fear of them. Instead, have faith in God. His eye is on the sparrow, and you know he watches you. Brothers and sisters, our lives matter. They matter to God.